You ready? Good morning. It is time to ring in a new academic year. Please rise as you're able and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Before I begin my remarks, I want to acknowledge our honored guests. In addition to college faculty, staff, and administration, we are honored today to be joined by members of our Board of Trustees and several special guests. First, I want to acknowledge the following public servants who are joining us today. Please hold your applause until the very end. Middlesex County Commissioner Ronald Rios, Middlesex County Commissioner Clarabelle Ascona Barber, Middlesex County Commissioner Charlie Tamaro, Middlesex County Clerk Nancy Pinkin, Middlesex County Sheriff Mildred Scott, and New Brunswick Mayor James Cahill, the recipient of this year's Page D. Lamadou Award. I also want to acknowledge members of the Board of Trustees who are joining us today. Board Chair Praful Raja, Board Vice Chair Gary Taffet, Trustee Kyle Anderson, Trustee Chrissy Butis, Trustee Shivi Madhukar, Trustee Bob Orris, and Trustee Melissa Ruiz. Let's give our honored guests a round of applause. To our external stakeholders and partners, I extend thanks from the entire Middlesex College community for your support of the work we do in serving the students and businesses here in Middlesex County. At Convocation, I'd like to take advantage of the opportunity when all of us are gathered together to highlight the talent and creativity of our students. Today, I am pleased to introduce a performance excerpt from Love Me, But Not the Lasagna, a piece developed last spring through a unique collaboration between Middlesex College students and faculty from Princeton University through a STEM grant from the National Science Foundation. This play, which was written and performed by our students, humorously explores love and digestion as a clueless chef falls for a woman with food intolerances, turning a simple meal into comedic chaos. Thank you to Professors Celia Winchester and Anna Demers for arranging for this performance. I will share more on the Middlesex-Princeton collaboration later on in my remarks. I now invite to the stage Anna to say a bit more about this play and our performers.
Thank you, Dr. McCormick. As we convene for this year's convocation, we celebrate more than individual achievements. We honor our collective effort. Theater is collaborative, and this performance is a testament to how the humanities can work alongside the sciences. The president will share data and statistics that highlight the college's accomplishments. In that spirit, here are some of the highlights of our own. Love Me, But Not the Lasagna was written by current Business Administration major Gerline Saran. 6 actors will perform today. 3 are returning students, 2 are recent alumni, and 1 will start their first semester at Middlesex next week. On stage, you will see Amy Boslet, Ayu Goswami, and Lexi Holland. On screen, you will see Alana Rivera, Cassandra Ramos, and Adil Khan. The final statistic will be based on your applause at the end. We hope you 100% enjoy.
I present to you my non-negotiable specialty, 4-cheese lasagna. It took 5 hours to make without any shortcuts and with one small burn to my pinky. And the wine, Asian rebellious, just like my nana.
Antonio, this looks incredible.
Are you okay?
Totally. Just haven't had cheese like this in a while.
What? That's tragic. Cheese is an act of love.
Emergency. Emergency.
Too much histamine. Another histamine overload. This is not a drip.
Dude, triple cheese? I mean, I just clocked in. I need time to process, man.
We don't have time. She's sweating already.
Eva, why? I held steady. You consumed kale. We were through. I can't work like this. I need balance. I need hummus.
This is great.
Of course it is. Cheese is family.
I think I may be digesting sideways.
Wait, what?
It isn't anything. I have intolerances to some foods, not allergies, but enzymes. It isn't enjoyable. It's not simple.
DAO supplementation is essential. She needs digestive enzymes. She will lose her balance, a migraine at T-5.
Our God eyes is falling, brother. I'm starting to grow sick of all this lactose drama. Oh, we are a total mess. Speak with the dietitian, please.
You could have said something. You barely ate. Is this about me?
No, I just didn't want to ruin it. I'm still learning to talk about it. Food intolerance isn't exactly sexy dinner conversation.
Eva, I cook because I love people. If lasagna's not your thing, we can make something else. Together.
You'd cook without cheese?
Maybe just one cheese. A quiet cheese.
You might just be my probiotic.
In the event of an emergency, get together. Last night, the mix of dairy and gluten caused a category 5 histamine surge. Again, full body biochemical mayhem.
She gave me 4 cheese plats, to be honest. 4! I'm a monosaccharide specialist with boundaries, not a miracle worker!
Your outputs have reached a low point. Histamine that has not been metabolized enters circulation. The microbiome is contracting. The anxiety levels are stable. Adrenal exhaustion is about to hit us.
The gut barrier is being irritated. Close intersections not too tight. Balance of microorganisms disintegrating. One more injury will set off autoimmunity.
External threat detected. Our antibody levels rising. Initiate immune cascade.
Not yet. We gotta bide our time before the host takes control.
Oh, Dr. Chow, you didn't need to make a special trip.
Your lab results worried me, and you didn't reply to my messages on the website.
Worried's a good word.
Lasagna, red wine, aged cheese, chocolate-based foods? Eva, this is way too much for lunch.
It was a date with someone who sees eating as a sign of affection. I wanted to feel it, as if I hadn't been injured.
You're not injured. However, you have very low DAO levels. The gut microbiota is diminished by chronic inflammation. Though it's not aware of the danger, your body is trying to protect you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just me being attacked. Romantic.
Autoimmunity has nothing to do with this. The threat is genuine. Give up disregarding the warning signs.
It's about time to declare emotional instability.
I can't buffer histamines forever. We need any kind of support, encouragement, or dietary changes.
That's it. I'm headed to the colon. If she wants dairy, then she can handle the gas clouds.
You must tell him everything.
But he loves cheese!
This is not a failure. This is telling the truth. It could also represent the beginning of a physical and emotional recovery.
And if he walks?
Then he can't love you halfway. The version of you without a disclaimer is not what he deserves. Stay honest with yourself. No more harmful foods.
Okay, body. I hear you.
The host heard us. Validation received.
Permission to hope? Granted.
I conducted all the research. No shortcuts. I just had you on my mind.
Why would you go through all the trouble?
Because food's my language. You've been suffering in silent agony. I wish to communicate in a way that your body can understand.
Still no dairy, still no gluten. Could this be surrender?
DAO is settling down. Histamine levels continue to be below the cutoff. We do not drown, but we are still in danger.
IgE antibodies had been previously detected by me. The gut lining is still quite permeable, but she's making an effort and her immune system hasn't fully shut down.
There were nights when I questioned my sanity. Eating a cookie used to make me nervous. I didn't want to be a limited person. Existence, love, cake must all be rejected by someone.
Do you think you're ready to listen now?
I want to, but it's not just listening, it's learning a whole new language. One where I stop punishing myself for needing care.
Histamine has no effect on anything. ITV is silent. There's a growing connection between the brain and the stomach. She's not going to turn us away.
She's trusting us. Maybe for the first time.
Whoa, let's not blow it, people. Stay ready.
I don't think I can promise perfect, but I can promise that I won't ignore this anymore.
I promise I'll never stop letting the rest evening. I'm with the breakdowns, the bloating, the midnight ginger tea runs, even the whole menu. With you, every hour of work.
You're dangerously close to proposing with a gluten-free cake.
Not yet, but maybe someday I'll cook our wedding feast. No onions, no dairy, no drama, just joy.
For once. Peace. Love is the finest antihistamine.
And this time, I'm staying for dessert.
Thank you to our performers and to Anna and Sia. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your talents with the college community. And Corey, move on. Thank you. The beginning of the fall semester is a time to reflect on our journey together over the past year, where we are at this moment and what lies ahead. As we look at the last academic year, let's begin at the end with our annual commencement exercises. For most of our students, earning an associate degree is an important step on their pathway to transfer or employment. For all of us who work at Middlesex College, commencement is our once-a-year opportunity to celebrate the achievement of our graduating students. I want to share a brief highlights video of commencement that was created by our ace photographer and videographer, Fred Sly.
There are 1,583 of you in the class of 2025, and each and every one of you has a story. Stories of hopes and dreams, stories of challenges and perseverance, and most of all, stories of achievement, growth, and triumph.
Class of 2025. Today is not just a celebration of your accomplishments. It's the launchpad for your career. You are stepping into a world filled with endless possibilities. So be proud of who you are, build your communities, step forward with purpose.
Let today be more than a celebration of academic achievement. Let it be a declaration of self-worth. We are more than our GPA, more than our transcripts. We are dreamers. We are builders. We are caregivers, immigrants, workers, and warriors. But together we became a family. We came to Middlesex College for an education, but we leave with something greater: power, purpose, possibility.
Graduates, we have no doubt wherever your journey in life takes you from here, you will continue to explore, grow, and thrive.
If you were at commencement, You will recall the energy that was in Jersey Mike's arena. Many of our students are the first in their family to graduate from college, and the sense of joy and pride is almost palpable. At our annual commencement ceremony, I have the privilege of looking into the eyes of every graduate as they come across the stage to be congratulated by a member of our Board of Trustees and me. For all of us who work at Middlesex College, commencement is indeed the best day of the year. Let's turn to our mission. The mission of Middlesex College is to provide access to a quality, affordable education for a diverse population, to support student success for lifelong learning, and to strengthen the economic, social, and cultural life of the community. Our mission serves as our guiding star for how we serve our community by providing a pathway to a better life for the residents of Middlesex County and supporting businesses and industry in Middlesex County and strengthening our local economy. It takes everyone assembled here today, faculty, staff, trustees, and friends of Middlesex College, for us to achieve our mission. I want to share a few of the ways we've collectively leaned into our mission in the last academic year and made a difference in the lives of our students and the life of the greater Middlesex County community. As of last week, 278 students have been admitted to Middlesex College through the new dual admissions program with Rutgers University, New Brunswick, with 176 duly admitted students already registered for the fall semester. This first of its kind partnership between Rutgers University and a community college will afford students a seamless transfer pathway from Middlesex College to Rutgers University, New Brunswick. And we are committed to supporting these students as a cohort. Each student is required to meet with a Middlesex College support team prior to registering for the fall semester to engage in a discussion about their pathway and ensure alignment with the appropriate academic program that will transfer directly into their target major at Rutgers. These required advising sessions are designed to ensure that students stay on track for timely completion of their associate degree at Middlesex and successful transfer to Rutgers. To design and implement the components of this new partnership pathway, our colleagues in academic affairs and student enrollment services have been working closely throughout the spring and summer with their counterparts at Rutgers to review 2+2 curriculum maps to guarantee that students will enter Rutgers as juniors, fully prepare for upper division coursework, and to develop support systems at both Middlesex and Rutgers to support these students on their academic journey. To foster a sense of community and belonging from the outset, Middlesex College hosted a welcome workshop last week during New Student Week for this inaugural cohort. Thanks to Vice Presidents Jose Laureano and Dion Miller and members of their teams for countless hours of work in collaboration with administrators at Rutgers, New Brunswick, to ensure that this first cohort of duly admitted Middlesex Rutgers students are on a pathway to success. In another first, Middlesex College, along with 2 neighboring community colleges, has partnered with the biopharma industry here in central New Jersey to meet the needs of life sciences companies for highly skilled entry-level employees. The NJ BioFutures Initiative, developed out of the statewide New Jersey Pathways to Career Opportunities Initiative, launched in 2021 as a public-private partnership among education, government, industry, and community organizations. Focused on developing a talent pipeline for the sciences sector in New Jersey, starting with cell and gene therapy, NJ BioFutures connects students to in-demand career pathways in aseptic processing and biomanufacturing. Major industry partners in the NJ BioFutures Collaborative include B1, Solaris, Merck, and Johnson & Johnson. In collaboration with Brereton Valley Community College and Mercer County Community College, Middlesex College is developing 3 non-credit workforce certificate modules in good manufacturing practices, pharmaceutical aseptic cleaning, and aseptic biomanufacturing. Training began this summer with the NJ Bio Experience Summer Program, which introduced high school students to career opportunities in the life sciences industry in New Jersey through hands-on STEM activities, panel discussions focused on career options, and tours of work sites at industry partners. Sofia Berchoko, a student at the Perth Amboy Magnet School, 3rd from the left in the photos, had this to say about his experience in the summer program. Speaking about the life sciences, I want to say a bit more about the amazing partnership between Middlesex College and Princeton University that began last spring. The collaboration was entitled The Drama Within, Embodying the Immune System on Stage. It explored innovative interdisciplinary methods for teaching complex immunological concepts through theater. Middlesex College English professor Celia Winchester and theater professor Anna Demers collaborated with Dr. Andrew Graham of Princeton University, who's with us here today, with support from a National Science Foundation grant to engage students in the use of theater to illuminate physiological processes, such as hypersensitivity reactions, by portraying their scientific and emotional dimensions on stage. Designed to connect STEM disciplines and humanities, the project promotes educational exchange between four-year institutions of higher education and community colleges, highlighting the power of cross-disciplinary collaboration to enhance science education, engagement, and accessibility. Let's turn now to data on enrollment and student outcomes. The charts I'm about to display were compiled by the Office of Institutional Research and Assessment. Thanks to Dean Megan Alai and team. Let's begin with enrollment. The first chart shows an 8-year trend for fall semester headcount enrollment of all students, including those who are currently in high school. You can see that our total fall headcount enrollment declined in fall 2020 and again in fall 2021, largely due to the impact that the COVID-19 pandemic had on many of the students that we serve. Thanks to the hard work of our colleagues in admissions and recruitment, and with support from the innovative and targeted marketing developed by our colleagues in marketing and communications, our enrollment has begun climbing since fall 2021. Last fall, our enrollment was the highest in the community college sector, surpassing that of Bergen Community College for the first time. We are on track for our enrollment this fall to surpass the enrollment in fall 2024. The second chart shows the 8-year trend for fall-to-fall retention rates from 2017 to 2024. Our year-to-year retention rate is strong, generally around 70%, which is one of the highest retention rates in the community college sector in New Jersey. This third chart shows the graduation rate, the top line of the chart in blue, for first-time, full-time students over the last 8 years. Just a reminder that the data on graduation does not fully reflect all that we are doing. The graduation data in this chart comes from what we are required to submit to the U.S. Department of Education through the Integrated Post-Secondary Education Data System, or IPEDS. The metrics used in IPEDS were designed to measure student success at four-year colleges and universities, where the majority of students enroll on a full-time basis. As we are all aware, community colleges are open access institutions, where a large percentage, generally a majority, of our students attend college on a part-time basis, work one or more jobs while attending school, and face a wide array of other obstacles to earning an associate degree. Community colleges face numerous challenges in trying to keep students on a path to degree completion, and yet that is central to our mission. This chart also shows the transfer out rate in orange, which reflects students who transfer to a four-year college university before earning an associate degree with us. Since part of our mission is to prepare students for successful transfer, we count students who transfer out as a success. This fourth chart shows the graduation rate plus the transfer out rate combined, which is known as the success rate. As you can see, our success rate has been climbing steadily since 2017. While the data clearly shows that we have made great strides in improving student outcomes, such as retention and graduation, we continue to focus on ways so that all our students can succeed. We are continually assessing, reviewing, and updating our curricula. We also continue to think about potential new academic degree programs, where there's both a pathway to employment and demonstrated student interest. For example, our colleagues in the Visual Performing and Media Arts Department are in the process of developing a new Associate in Applied Science degree program in audio and music technology, an effort led by Professor Sean McClowry, which we hope to launch later this year. One final point of pride. Our colleagues at the Middlesex College Foundation continue to raise monies for scholarships, programming, and other supports for our students. Thanks to everyone in this room who contributes to the Middlesex College Foundation. This year, the college has received the largest contribution in its history. The Dalal Family Foundation has donated $2 million to renovate and modernize the theater in which we are now sitting. Bindu Dalal attended Middlesex College, taking courses to prepare to become a registered dietitian. Though she did not complete her degree with us, she and her husband, Nayan Dalal, wanted to give back to their community here in Middlesex County and felt a special connection to our beautiful campus. The $2 million gift, along with a grant of nearly $1 million from the state of New Jersey, will fund a major renovation of the Performing Arts Center that will now be named the Nayan and Bindu Dalal Center for the Arts. Renovations are scheduled to begin this spring. Generous gifts such as this from alumni, retirees, and other friends of Middlesex College create an indelible legacy for future generations of students. Watch for information about our annual Giving Day in November. And if you're interested in hearing more about planned giving, Foundation Executive Director Lisa Kelly will be more than happy to talk with you. The examples I just shared are only a sampling of the many points of pride our college community can point to from the 2024-2025 academic year. Let's turn now to what is in store for this new academic year. Here are a few examples of exciting things that we are currently involved in or are on the horizon. As I mentioned earlier, enrollment for the fall semester is up for the 4th year in a row. We were doing well with both returning students and new students, with a total of approximately 7,200 completed applications for the fall semester, which represents a 4.5% increase compared to last year. The largest increase in applications for the fall semester are from New Brunswick, Piscataway, and Edison. Our percentage of students age 45 and over continues to increase as well. And we are seeing sizable increases in students enrolling at both centers in New Brunswick and Perth Amboy. Our colleagues in information technology support the campus community by expanding the ways in which we can use technology to support teaching and learning and enhance work productivity across the college. Daily usage update from the spring semester showed that more than 4,000 devices were connected to Wi-Fi during peak periods each week. As the IT team identifies areas on campus where Wi-Fi enhancements may be needed, they move quickly to expand service. The migration of our Enterprise Resource Planning, or ERP system, from on-premises to the cloud is well underway. Thanks to the members of the ERP committee for countless hours of work on the project, including in the current testing phase, which is scheduled to be completed in the next few weeks. Watch for updates from the ERP team throughout the fall semester. The IT team has also been addressing essential maintenance for infrastructure items on campus throughout the summer, including placing 270 new PCs into service in 11 computer labs in Billy Johnson Hall, Johnson Learning Center, as well as in Main Hall and at the New Brunswick Center, refreshing 230 computers in computer science labs and 70 computers in engineering labs, updating PCs on 21 laptop carts for deployment in any classroom, and upgrading 950 PCs and laptops across campus to Windows 11. In addition, 50 new laser printers and 8 Xerox devices will be rolled out this fall across the Edison campus. And a new firewall has been installed with the latest enhancements and features to provide the highest level of cybersecurity for our campus network. I am proud of the continuous improvement pursued by IT Executive Director and Chief Information Officer John Mataliano and the members of our IT team. Our colleagues in facilities have also been busy all summer, completing a top-to-bottom renovation of the gym, and our hardworking grounds crew has been busy sprucing up our beautiful Edison campus. And by the way, the plant you see here in front of the stage will be planted on campus after Convocation. The facilities team will be engaged in modernizing and upgrading college facilities throughout the fall. For example, they will be completing site work enhancements such as concrete and asphalt walkway maintenance, as well as renovating restrooms in Edison Hall, Johnson Learning Center, and Raritan Hall. It has been exciting to witness the Middlesex County Community Innovation and Opportunity Strategic Investment Plan coming to life here on our Edison campus. For those of you who've been away from campus for most of the summer, you could not help but notice as you arrived on campus this morning how far along the construction is of 3 new buildings: the new Student Center, the multipurpose community venue, and the new magnet school. Earlier this month, county, state, and federal officials visited campus for a behind-the-scenes tour of the construction and a ceremonial beam signing, a major milestone in the project. Here is a map of where those structures are being erected, with the 3 new buildings shown in green: the Student Center between Edison and North Halls at the north end of campus, the multipurpose venue just to the north of the new Student Center, and the new magnet school just behind and connected to the old bookstore building. And here's a concept video created by the project's engineering firm showcasing the future of the new Student Center and multipurpose venue. This fall, work on the new Student Center will include installation of metal wall panels, windows, and the roof, as well as mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire protection fit out inside the building. At the multipurpose community venue site, concrete slabs and footings are in the process of being poured at the stadium for the concourse, seating areas, and retaining walls. Structural steel will then be erected at the stadium and connected service buildings, followed by installation of masonry and windows, framing of interior walls, and mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire protection fit out inside the building. And the new magnet school, nearly all the students' structural steel is now in place. Next up will be the completion of second floor slabs and stairwells, installation of building enclosures, including the roof and walls, and installation of mechanical and rooftop HVAC units. Construction will then continue on the interior of the building throughout the winter months. Remember to watch this page on the college website for up-to-date information about the construction of these new facilities and the impact of construction on day-to-day operations. As you can see, the examples of growth from Middlesex College that I have shared this morning are the result of collaboration across divisions within the college community, and collaboration with other organizations and entities such as Middlesex County, the Middlesex County Magnet Schools and other school districts, municipalities across the county, including the cities of New Brunswick and Perth Amboy, other colleges and universities, industry groups, nonprofit organizations, and businesses of all sizes. And I want to share stories about a few of our amazing graduates who are emerging leaders in a wide array of fields. Frankie Bell graduated from the college's nursing program in 2014. As a staff nurse during COVID, Frankie identified the need for supportive coaching for new nurses during stressful times. Dr. Bell launched her own company, Vibrant Mosaic, to address the need for coaching for nurses. The company mission is to help nurses reclaim their power and lead with clarity instead of simply coping with professional burnout. Frankie attributes her success as a nurse to our amazing nursing faculty and staff members. Here's what Frankie had to say about how Middlesex College prepared her for a career in nursing. Joseph Beninato graduated with an associate degree in culinary arts management in 2013 while working as a full-time cook at the Frog and the Peach, a highly acclaimed farm-to-table restaurant in New Brunswick. After graduating from Middlesex, Joseph participated in the college's partnership program with a culinary school in Florence, Italy, where he studied with professional chefs and worked full-time in a Michelin-starred restaurant. Joseph now serves as the executive chef at the Frog and the Peach. Joseph is grateful for the guidance he received from the faculty and staff in the college's hospitality, culinary arts, and dietetics programs. Here's a quote from Joseph about creating meaningful experiences for his guests. Vikas Mata graduated from Middlesex College in 2019 with a degree in liberal arts business. After earning his bachelor's degree in finance at Rutgers University, Vikas was employed by Amazon as an operations manager. For the past 3 years, Vikas has worked at the New Jersey Turnpike Authority and currently holds the title of Manager of Financial Planning and Analysis. Vikas is completing the last 2 courses for his master's degree in nonprofit leadership from the University of Pennsylvania. He is grateful for the support he received from faculty and staff here at Middlesex College. Here is a quote from Vicus. Vinicius Coelho graduated from Middlesex College in 2015 with an associate degree in mechanical engineering technology. Vinny, like a small but growing number of other students, came to Middlesex College already with a bachelor's degree. In his case, it was in automotive technology. Vinny wanted to change career paths and earn a degree in engineering, and knew that our engineering technology program prepared students well for transfer to four-year engineering programs. While a student at Middlesex, Vinny was active in student organizations, including Phi Theta Kappa, the International Honor Society for students attending two-year colleges. After graduating from Middlesex, Vinny transferred to NJIT, where he majored in mechanical engineering and participated on their robotics team as part of national competitions. Vinny was recognized at graduation from NJIT with the Outstanding Senior Award by the NJIT College of Engineering. Vinny has found what he calls his dream job as a propulsion test engineer in the aerospace industry, where he conducts testing on rocket engines that produce in excess of 230,000 foot-pounds of thrust. Julie Henschel graduated from our dental hygiene program in 2014. She is currently employed at Horizon New Jersey Health, working in the dental department for government programs, where she focuses on dental benefits for Medicaid recipients. Julie is in the process of earning a master's degree in public health and is currently completing an internship with the Children's Oral Health Program at the New Jersey Department of Health as part of her graduate studies. Prior to joining the Horizon organization, Julie worked for several years at Zufall Health, a federally qualified health center in Flemington, where she played a pivotal role in supervising Middlesex College dental hygiene students during their clinical rotations. Julie credits her success with the education and support she received from the dental hygiene faculty and staff while a student here at the college. Hans Augustov graduated from Middlesex College in 2010 with a liberal arts psychology degree. A native of Haiti, Hans thrived in his studies at Middlesex. After graduation from Middlesex, Hans transferred to Marymount Manhattan College, where he earned a bachelor's degree in psychology. He is now a renowned video producer who has performed on stage and trained in producing at the New York Film Academy. For the past 6 years, Hans has been writing and directing short films for which he has received accolades and awards from the Harlem International Film Festival and the Brooklyn Film Festival. We are proud of all of our graduates. As you can see from the stories of these alumni, our graduates succeed in a wide array of fields, including business, engineering, hospitality, healthcare, and the arts. Thanks to my colleagues who recommended these amazing alumni for highlighting at today's convocation, I invite all of my Middlesex College colleagues to share with me more examples of alumni you know who pursued an interesting career path post-Middlesex. Our marketing and communications team highlight alumni on social media throughout the year, and I can share the stories you share with me with the entire college community at a future convocation. I want to focus now on our future as a community of educators, our future as citizens of the United States and of the world. As I think about what our future may look like, I keep coming back to one word: disruption. When I was growing up in the 1970s and 80s, the term disruption generally carried negative connotations. In the mid-1990s, the American economist Clayton Christensen introduced the theory of disruptive innovation in his book entitled The Innovator's Dilemma. Christensen's work, and in particular his focus on how new technologies and business models could disrupt established industries, led to a shift in how disruption was perceived by the general public. Disruption has now become associated with positive outcomes, such as market growth and increased access to products and services. We can all think of examples of industry disruption over the last few decades, such as smartphone technology, e-commerce, and ride sharing. In each instance, new technology and business models disrupted the status quo in one or more industries. Think about how we just used to listen to music. When I was a teenager in the 1970s, if I wanted to hear music, I had only three options. I could listen to a live performance, I could listen to music on the radio or on television, or I could listen to a recording of musical performance on one of these devices. I fondly recall purchasing my first album at the age of 13 and making my own mixtapes a few years later by recording selected tracks from various albums onto a cassette tape, so I could listen to music anywhere, anytime. Now consider what has happened to disrupt the music industry over the past few decades. Most of us moved from vinyl records and cassette tapes to compact discs in the 80s and 90s. And now, of course, most of us get our music on this. Until the last few decades, very little had changed about higher education and the way colleges and universities delivered education from the earliest days of higher ed in the 11th and 12th centuries. Professors lectured to students. Some of the classroom tools changed over time, of course, but the didactic method of teaching did not change substantially until the last few decades. We academics only began to flip the classroom in the early years of the 21st century, where instructional content can now be delivered outside of the classroom through videos and/or readings, and classroom time was devoted to deeper exploration of course content through discussions, problem-solving exercises, and other interactive learning activities. We also began to experiment with online learning in the last few decades, including asynchronous online courses, which allow students to access and complete course materials based on their own schedules, provided they meet deadlines established by their instructor. As we have been experimenting with moving away from the 15-week semester as a sole model for academic terms, newer generations of students are demanding new ways of engagement in the learning process and more flexible options in terms of their commitment of time. We in academia are adapting and responding. So what does the future of higher education look like? From our current vantage point, we certainly do not know the full range of potential future disruptions to the way we provide an opportunity for education, but we in academia are currently in the process of wrestling with the disruption that the rapid advances in generative artificial intelligence, or AI, are presenting. While some members of the college community are looking to address concerns about the potential AI offers for cheating, our faculty and colleagues, staff colleagues, are also considering how to harness the power of AI for teaching and learning purposes. After all, if AI is quickly becoming one more tool in an employee's toolkit, we must teach our students how to utilize AI to its full potential and in an ethical and appropriate manner. I want to share with you a few examples of how faculty members of Middlesex College are using AI in the classroom. The first example comes from a resource guide developed by faculty members in the English department for ways to incorporate AI into assignments. One technique outlined in the guide suggests that students be allowed or directed to use AI as a generative brainstorming tool for helping students narrow down the scope of a writing assignment, particularly when an assigned topic is broad in nature. The guide notes, as you will see in the sections on the screen, that AI in this case can serve as a springboard for helping students refine and personalize their arguments, harnessing it as a conversation tool and idea generator, rather than as a definitive authority on a topic. Psychology professor Stephen Barnhart was frustrated by discussion posts by students in his online courses that were clearly generated by AI. He has been piloting a new approach that incorporates AI into the process. Steve still requires that students write their own initial post to a discussion board prompt, but then he invites students to use ChatGPT to review their thoughts and to paste that conversation with ChatGPT into the conversation thread as well. All students in the course can then comment on both the student's original post and the ChatGPT response, pointing out both good ideas and errors in the AI response, thus encouraging students to be critical users of AI. This last example is from the Natural Sciences Department, where chemistry professor George Pangalos and other chemistry instructors have been testing approaches aimed at using AI as a personalized tutor for students. Specifically, AI is being used to support students in developing the techniques necessary to solve chemistry problems. The hope is that this approach, in conjunction with in-person professor-student interaction, will improve student success by providing effective, differentiated instruction for our students. Thanks to the faculty members and academic administrators who shared these examples with me. As you can see, faculty and staff colleagues at Middlesex College are researching how best to leverage the power of AI in teaching and learning, as well as in general college operations. Working with the faculty, Vice President D.M. Miller has launched a broad initiative focused on advancing the way that we deliver educational experiences to our students. One component of that initiative is an e-learning committee led by Assistant Dean of E-Learning, Mike Sullivan, and comprised of faculty members, department chairs, and deans. This new committee will play a key role in guiding the development and implementation of e-learning strategies, integrating best practice, and fostering a collaborative learning environment for both faculty and students. This semester, the committee will be focused on supporting instructors in ensuring that all digital course materials meet federal Title II accessibility requirements so that we can serve all students effectively and equitably. Circling back for a moment to time and modality aspects of the way we provide students with access to an education. Along with educational institutions across the world during the COVID-19 pandemic, we began offering instruction virtually in nearly every subject, something many of us would have sworn we could never do before we were forced to figure it out. From that experiment of necessity, we have maintained 3 virtual course options in our mix of credit-bearing course offerings. Last semester, for example, approximately 23% of courses were offered online in an asynchronous format, which is the yellow slice of the pie, and 6% as remote live, which is the green slice of the pie, in which students engage the professor and one another in real time via Zoom. In addition, 7% of our course offerings last spring were offered in a hybrid format, where some of the instruction occurred virtually and some in person. As we look to the future and how we can ensure that we are preparing our students for a world in which technological advances will continue to happen at a dizzying pace, I'm confident that we will continue to evaluate and incorporate new technologies and tools in our curricula, pedagogy, and college operations. I want to put in a plug for recruitment. Our increase in enrollment these past 3 years is the result of a college-wide effort. Every one of us in this room is a recruiter for Middlesex College. I want to call out in particular our amazing colleagues in student enrollment services who are on the ground at events both on campus and in the community throughout the year, as well as our colleagues in marketing and communications who support and amplify our recruitment efforts with excellent marketing materials and ad campaigns across a range of media, including the college website and the college's social media channels. I am incredibly proud of all that we are doing. I look forward to another year of exploration and growth so that Middlesex College and the Middlesex County community continue to thrive. It is now my pleasure to introduce our new full-time colleagues who were hired since the January convocation. Please hold your applause until all the names have been called. Our newest colleagues are Nala Al-Hamad, Lindsay Arnold, Martine Cadet, Angelise Carrasco, Israel Savalos, Elisa Elorza, Nicholas Ferraro, Joseph Foley, Jaron Footman, Sharon Badamosi, Junior Gonzalez, Evelyn Gonzalez, Nikki Gonzalez, Suman Jaiswal, Shambhu Kandal, Lauren Leshy, Georgia Lewin Ray, Antoine Lowry, Marv Luz Pereira, Marissa McDonald, Yolanda Martinez, Jadira Matias, Megan McParland, Jessica Ryan Miller, Yvette Molina, Giovanni James Moscoso Huaman, Jerry Nunez, Abhishek Patel, Kobe Penn, Carlos Perez Leva, Manish Ramani, Jennifer Reyes, Vanessa Serrano Marin, Connie Saletti Cafero, Tiffany Suarez Daza, Stacy Siegel, Lynn Stephen, Paul Stryshak, Jessica Taylor, Javier Valentin, Anthony Veroni, and Francine Ventura. Let's have a round of applause for our colleague. In addition, 13 full-time faculty members were promoted in academic rank effective this fall semester. and several other full-time colleagues have assumed new roles at the college since the January convocation. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. I will begin by acknowledging the faculty members who have been promoted in academic rank. Terrence Corrigan, Ray DeDimo, Cristobal Espinoza-Wulak, Balguni Ghosh, Dan Grech, Minu Jain, Brian Levy, Shima Majuddin, Dan Markowitz, Josiane Martinez, Diane Ratner, Andy Rubin, and Nadine Thompson. And now I would like to acknowledge those full-time colleagues who've assumed new roles at the college. Angelo Abreu, Wassam Ahmad, Eddie Alvarez, Vince Buila, Megan Elliott, Chris Morale, Rob Munoz, Regian Nava, Joaquin Nieves, Jen Overa, Nicholas Serra, Corey Smith, Brenda Trejo Ildefonso, and Scott Wilson. Please join in a round of applause. We will now move to the presentation of the Lamadou Award. I invite Board Chair Praful Raja and Mayor Jim Cahill to join me here on stage. Right on time. The Page D. Lamadou Award was established by the Middlesex College Board of Trustees in 1974 as a way to recognize Mr. Lamadou's many years of service as the founding chair of the Middlesex College Board of Trustees. Mr. Lamadou participated in a wide variety of civic activities and was known throughout his lifetime as a humanitarian who worked tirelessly on behalf of his fellow citizens. The award was established in tribute to the kind of unselfish devotion, public commitment, personal idealism, and spirit of volunteerism that Mr. Lamadou exemplified. In May, the Middlesex College Board of Trustees voted unanimously to bestow the 2025 Page D. Lamadou Award to New Brunswick Mayor James Cahill. Mayor Cahill, the 62nd mayor of New Brunswick and a lifelong resident, has led the city through an extraordinary transformation since 1991 when he first assumed office. Under his leadership, New Brunswick has attracted over $7 billion in investment, creating thousands of new jobs and revitalizing neighborhoods with affordable housing and world-class healthcare facilities, including R.W.J. Barnabas Health and the Jack and Cheryl Morris Cancer Center, two institutions where Middlesex College partners for ways to create pathways for our students. He's also championed public safety, parks, and community services that enhance the quality of life for all residents and visitors to his city, including those at Middlesex College's New Brunswick Center. A dedicated public servant with deep roots in our community, Mayor Cahill's leadership exemplifies the spirit of the Page D. Lamadou Award, an unselfish devotion and tireless commitment to the people he serves. Please join me again in congratulating Mayor James Cahill. Mr. Raja, as chair of our board, and I will now present the Lamadou Award to this year's recipient, James Cahill.
Good morning, everybody. What a pleasure indeed it is to be here with you this morning. President McCormick, Board Chair Raja, County Commissioner Director Rios, County Commissioners and officials, City Council President Anderson, and all city officials, distinguished trustees, faculty, alumni, colleagues, family, and dear friends. It's an honor to accept the Page D. Lamadou Award. As a graduate, this award serves as testament to the excellence of Middlesex College, its mission, its people, and its evolution. Thank you to the Board of Trustees for this kind recognition. Middlesex College was created in 1964 with visionaries like Page Lamadou leading the way, and was built on the belief that affordable accessible education transforms lives. That was certainly the case for me. The very first class was held at Middlesex College in the fall of 1966, and 4 years later, I began my studies here and graduated in the spring of 1972 with an associate's degree in liberal arts. The campus looked a little different then. It consisted of Raritan Hall, Main Hall, the library, and the physical education building pre-1984 swimming pool edition. The original West Hall served as the student lounge and cafeteria where one could get a snack from a variety of vending machines. Perhaps most importantly at the time, it had a baseball field. The campus had everything I needed. Since my days at Middlesex, it has grown from a fledgling community institution into a premier partner of opportunity. One look at the campus today and the growth in the enrollment from 1,500 students to over 12,000 demonstrates the vision, the commitment, and the dedication of the Board of Trustees and the county commissioners to those of us who are fortunate to live in Middlesex County. As founding board chair, Paige Lamadou guided the college's earliest years with extraordinary civic spirit. His humanitarian efforts and qualities are echoed each year in the recipients of this award. Though he passed in 1974, his legacy is ever present, embodied in Lamadou Hall and in each and every graduate who benefits from the college he helped to build. As a Middlesex County alum, a Middlesex County College alum, I and countless others received more than credits here. We received belief, mentorship, and a pathway to civic life and leadership. This award is a celebration of Middlesex College, its faculty, staff, leadership, and above all, its students. Every success story that begins here is a testament to the vision of Paige Lamadou and all who carried it forward. To my wife, Laura, a graduate and former employee of Middlesex College and family, and who have supported my journey and stood beside me in public service. And to all of you that are here today, thank you for sharing this moment. Your partnership in pursuing equity, education, and opportunity is why Middlesex County College continues to flourish. And I'm sorry, from 1972, it was Middlesex County College. It's Middlesex College, and I've got to learn that. Paige Lamadou believed in the promise of education. Middlesex College continues that promise and honors his legacy by ensuring that every student has a chance to learn, to lead, and to give back. For the opportunities that you provided to me more than 50 years ago, and for the kindness you bestow upon me today, I am forever grateful. Thank you.
Mayor Cahill, congratulations from the entire Middlesex College community. Thank you for your leadership and your support of Middlesex College and the students we serve. As we embark on a new academic year, let's redouble our commitment to our mission and to serving our community, to work together to equip our students for success and do everything we can to spread the word about all that Middlesex College has to offer to our friends, family, and neighbors. I have a few announcements to share as we conclude our fall convocation. I ask our honored guests and Mayor Cahill and his family and friends to remain here in the Performing Arts Center for group photos on stage with Mayor Cahill. Academic Affairs Division faculty and staff should return here to the Performing Arts Center at 10:50 for the Academic Affairs Convocation. Workforce Development and Lifelong Learning should meet in the New Brunswick room in Crable Hall at 11 o'clock for their WDLL Convocation. All members of the college committee are invited to attend the keynote address by Dr. Kate Denial tomorrow morning here in the Performing Arts Center. And Academic Affairs Division colleagues are invited to participate in workshops sponsored by the college's Center for the Enrichment of Learning and Teaching that is scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Check the SELT page on Infonet for the schedule of events. And finally, I invite my college employee colleagues to join me on the campus quad at noon for a barbecue to kick off our fall semester. Have a great semester. See you at lunchtime.